Alright, so now we're back with another video again. So we were gonna play another game, but then we decided Eve's probably more interesting. So when we were away, we were just mining for a little bit. We just got 3 more inventories of ore. So basically, we just been mining for like 2 hours and 40 minutes all together, right? So we haven't been mining too long at all. We got the 3 inventories for the first part and then the 3 inventories for the second part. So less than 3 hours mining. Now let's do something else. So if you don't want to do the mining, you could skip the mining. It's just we had to find something to do. You're not going to really get too much money from it anyways, right? You're going to be making like less than 2 million per hour basically. So your ISK per hour is absolutely terrible. So mining's not really going to work right now. So let's do these missions here. Making mountains just says delivery mission. Just says to deliver these cap boosters that we created from industry in the last episode to a different station. Then we could go to the business mission. We could accept this one, and it looked like they were both in the same system pretty much. 5414 Moon Caldari. Oh, why did they come out like that? Yeah, so both of these lead to the same place. So all we have to do is close those, go to the inventory. So maybe we'll change the ships. Maybe we don't need the mining ship at the moment. So we'll close the fitting window, then we'll go to the ship hangar, and then we'll choose our fighting ship. So we're going to bring out our combat ship for this one. So we just go to the item hangar, then we needed to bring those cap boosters into our ship, and then we needed to bring the central data core into our ship. So now, we could put these in the item hangar. We don't want to lose our 677,000. We don't want to lose our afterburner that we looted from the enemy, right? So put it into your station hangar, so if you happen to die for some reason, you'll always have this. So there we go. Now we're all ready to go. We just have the 2 things we need to deliver. Now we can undock from the station. Then we could try to finish these trees here quickly, and then maybe do some exploration. Then we'll have to figure out something else to do, because actually we were away for like 3 hours since the last video. So we're going to be able to fly a new ship pretty soon. We're actually just about done training the ship. We just need a little bit more time to train the ship. So they're both in the same place, right? We could just go jump through the Stargate by hitting the name on the left like we've been doing before. And just turn both of these in at the same time. And then if you look at your skill tree, your character has been training your skills while you were away. So we thought that when we woke up, we're like, holy jeez, it's almost like 8 hours until we could actually fly the destroyer. But then now that it's later in the day, now that it's more closer to the nighttime, we're like, oh wow, nice, I could fly the Caldari destroyer in less than an hour. So see how times have changed since it's later in the days? And then even tomorrow, right, you're gonna go to bed tonight, you're gonna log off, and then you're gonna log on tomorrow, and then you're like, cool, I'll be able to fly the Caldari cruiser tomorrow. And you'll be able to start training the battle cruiser, and then you're like, cool, I'll be able to fly the battle cruiser tomorrow. Then you'll be training the battleship, and you're like, cool, I'll be able to fly the battleship tomorrow. So you're gonna be unlocking a new ship every single day, basically. It's a pretty cool thing about starting early. It doesn't matter that you don't have the best ships. You're gonna get a whole bunch of ships to start anyways. So now let's just dock at the station and then turn in the quest objective. Alright, so now we just arrived at the station. So we're just about to dock at the station. Then we just turn in the quest, and then we undock, and then we return to our home station. So we could go to the chat bubble on the right hand side here, click on it, complete the quest. There we go. Then click on the other chat bubble for the other agent, say complete his quest. So now we completed both of them. Then we could right click on the pickup destination, set destination. Then we could undock. Distribution from, I think we must have looked at that one at some point. So there's some other missions available to us. Is that what the letter was? Box, rec, yes, oh no, it's just someone sending messages, 0% attack. So we could jump through the Stargate, 0% attacks opposed to 11% in the NPC corps. Cool, so people are sending mails. Ship replacement program. Cool, so people might try to recruit you into a corporation or alliance. You could join the alliance if you want to, but no reason to really. You still have to learn the game. You should probably play the game for at least a week before you think about that, just so you can learn about what you're doing, and then just so you have ships, and then you have the extra security, because back at home, if you ever lose anything, if you ever have to come back, all of your stuff will still be back at home. Yeah, so we'll just dock up the other station there. Alright, so now we're back at the home station. So now we can go to the industry career, and then we're getting pretty close to finishing this. So it says we need to build a ship. The following is granted, so we have a lot of materials. We went and mined a whole bunch, so even if you just went and mined 1 or 2 inventories, you should have enough. So rewards, pretty much 500k, 450k. Cargo capacity rewarding, so that doesn't matter. We could click yes, and then we could maybe just start making the ship. So we go to the inventory, we go to the item hanger, civilian Cardari shuttle blueprint. We could use the blueprint. Yes, and then it just takes 2,640 titanium. We have 126,000, so we could make a whole bunch of these. We could make like over 50 of these ships if we wanted to, but we just need to make one of them. So 453 IK, so it's really cheap. Job duration less than 5 minutes. So we just create this shuttle, and it'll be done in less than 5 minutes. So while that is being created, we go to the business career agent, see what he wants. So he just wants 2 afterburner ones, so we already have these. So he just wants us to get them somehow. Granted items. Alright, so that's really easy then. 2 1MN afterburners. If you do not have these in the inventory, right, you just go right click, view market details, and then it would probably be really good to just buy them from the marketplace, because we're not going to get blueprints. There probably is some in the station. Yeah. There's 96 here. There's probably should usually be some in these stations. You could buy these as well. Just buy 2 of them if you don't have them, and then we could complete the mission. So that's all done. So now we have one final mission to do. The final mission is scourge rocket drop off location. So we just need to another industry mission, and then we get the badger as a reward. So our first industrial ship. So we could probably do that too then. So we could do accept. So we should have the materials to make the scourge rocket blueprint. So perfect. It was 2 delivery missions and then 2 construction missions. So we go to the scourge rocket blueprint in the inventory, say use the blueprint, then we should be able to put, oh no, we only have 1 manufacturing job available. We need to learn about industry, so we're gonna have to wait for this one to be finished. So while that is doing that, then let's start working on the exploration career path. So this one's really easy because we just did it very recently. So he's just going to want you to go outside, go to an anomaly, and then we could actually fit our ship ahead of time. So he's going to tell us to fit certain things, right? If we go to the fitting window, civilian, well, we don't have to worry about that. We could just undock, so we could do the exploration career while we were building those other 2 items. Okay, so the thing he wants you to do, you're just looking for anomalies in space, basically these things. But the way you do it is you go down to your HUD down here at the bottom. So you go down to the probe scanner. So we already looked at the probe scanners before in the mining episode, so we so if you didn't watch it or if you missed out on the other episodes, just on your HUDs down here, you go down to scanners, you click it, you go to the left, and then there's probe scanners, you click on that. There should be anomaly training site. Yeah, so you should just go over there, then you click warp to, and you should be warping towards it. So there's still asteroid belts and then some training sites, and then you're actually going to have to scan down some sites. So it's not complicated on this area, right? If you're just scanning down the basic sites, it's pretty quick. It does teach you a little bit about scanning down areas, and then later you'll be able to scan down ships and everything. Oh, it is mainly for finding all these secret hidden areas that you have to scan down that you can teleport to. Incoming transmission. So he's basically going to tell you to go up to the cargo container. So we just drive up to the cargo container. Then we could loot the cargo container. So we just needed a proof of discovery. So we just needed proof that we came to this location. So we just lock onto the target, open, and then I think we just dock back up at the station again. And then I think he's going to send us right back outside. So we turn off the afterburner. Not going to need it. There we go. We loot the proof of discovery. So now this thing should update, and then we just click dock, and then we go dock at the station. And then we'll meet you back at the station. Alright, so now we're back at the station, so we could turn in the exploration career. So we just go talk to him, we complete the mission, get some money. So actually, if you're going through this, do read it, right? It tells you about what it's bringing you through. It tells you everything about what it's talking about. We're just not reading it just because we don't want to sit here forever. We did read it in the first playthrough a little bit, but this thing will guide you through and tell you what you were doing exactly. So he's just going to tell you to go to a location. The following items will be granted. Follow the instructions from Adrian. Alright, so we get the Bantam. We get a new ship here. So we could just go to the inventory, and then we might as well fly the new ship to try it out. Right, so we go to the inventory, we go to ship hangar. Then we double click on the Bantam, so we got a new ship. So we just double click the Bantam to make that our active ship. So this is going to be our exploration ship. So this isn't going to be dealing with combat. It's not going to be mining or anything. It's just going to be pure exploration basically. And the cargo holds like 270, so maybe you could even do delivery missions with them. But we're going to undock here. So we just need to warp to the mission location, and then we just need to follow the directions. So we remember this one. It's also super straightforward. You're not going to get lost during this mission either. So you can just click warp to location. So you don't even have to open up any scanner or probe windows or anything. Alright, so we just arrived at the location, so she's gonna tell you that the staging area is the acceleration gate. So we just have to go to the acceleration gate, so we just click on it, and then we hit up to activate the acceleration gate. Then we should be going through the acceleration gate. Yeah, here we go. So she's the one that's talking to us, so she actually has her ship here. The ship poses no immediate threat. Then it shows the attributes on the ship. That's it, good work. You'll find acceleration gates like these. So I believe we have to go to the cargo here. So we just have to double click the cargo. So here's our ship here. And then we just have to open the cargo. So you're going to tell you that you're going to find supplies. You're going to find core launcher probes. So all of these things, you just take all these items, you just drag them into your ship's inventory. So there we go, now your ship is holding everything. Now you're free to go through the acceleration gate, I believe. So go through the acceleration gate.
Warp drive active.
And then you should read this too if you are actually playing the game. Read all of this and read what she says. Take all the items, and then she'll tell you how to use them later. So you do learn how to use them in the next mission. So then here she's going to tell you, oh, you're just taking a tour of the different sites. These are going to be relic sites, right? No, these are data sites. So you can find data sites all around the universe, everywhere. And then you basically scan them down, then you warp to them, and then you hack the data sites inside. Then you collect rare items from them. So you could even do that like from the starting of the game. You can scan down areas in the first areas of the game and then look for data sites. There's definitely all low level versions of all of these things to do. Okay, so now this would be the relic sites. So you could look around at this thing, you could like go show information, and then you could zoom in, you could look on the Rex if you want, right? Yeah, plus, and then look at, and then you could look around and see what has happened here. Wonder what the history is here. So now we looked at the site, so we could activate the next gate to go through. Yeah, here's the other gate. And then it's just a gas site. So she's gonna show us the final site. So there's data sites, there's relic sites, and then there's gas sites. Then there's also the asteroid sites. Then there's a combat site. So I believe we're done. Read the mission journal for details. Determine. So I believe we just have to fly towards the beacon, right? There's a beacon here in space. You just double click it and fly to it. You're right beside it. So how do we do that? If you see collidable running. Alright, so now we completed the mission. Now we can dock up at the station.
Warp drive active.
Then maybe our industrial job is done. Yeah, our industry job should be done. And then we could go accept our item, get our item delivered, and then we could go start constructing the other item. And then we could go continue working on the exploration. Maybe finish all 3 of these by this episode. That'd be really good. Been working on them for quite a while. Alright, so now we're back in the station. The exploration agent, we talked to him, we completed the mission. Alright, so he's gonna have another mission. So the industry and business, they had 10 missions to do. So exploration, it's only 5, so it's a lot quicker. We have 6 hours to do this one. So proof of discovery data site. So now it's actually gonna deal with scanning. So we're actually gonna have to scan down an area. So we can just go to the ship fitting on the right hand side here, and then go to the inventory on the left hand side here. And then we could fit the relic analyzer onto the Bantam. So the Bantam has a lot more mid slots, so you could fit the relic and the data analyzer on it, and the core probe launcher. And maybe you do want some guns on here. We just don't really have any good guns, right? Our guns are terrible. Just throw the civilian Gatling gun on it. That's good for now. Better than nothing. Oh, we didn't need ammo for that thing. Alright. You could just go to your other ship's hangar here. Right in your ship hangar, you could always access your other ship's inventory. So we could, yeah, we could just fill it with charges. We don't need to take anything with us. Not load our charge. Alright, well, I guess we're good to go. We have the core probe launcher equipped, and then the analyzers. Oh, and then maybe some afterburners. So let's just put some afterburners on quick. We had a whole bunch of them. We had the civilian afterburners. Just put on 2 of them, I guess. And then just the override injector. Just help our ship move really fast. So all we want to do is go there, scan these sites, and then get out, essentially. So now the industry job at the right here should be completed. Yeah, it is. So we could click on the Caldari shuttle to see information about it if we want. Then we could deliver. So now we have a manufacturing job 0 of 1. So now we could actually manufacture something. Or actually, we should be able to just go to blueprints by here. Owned by me. Any location, all blueprints, all facilities. Alright, so there we go. The problem was that this was selected wrong. Ultra 4 State War Academy, so current station. So just change this to all facilities, and then it'll show all of your blueprints that you have in all of your facilities. So we could click on the Scourge rocket blueprint, and then we could use it. It just takes a really small amount of titanium and pyrite. Although we will have to make 200 runs. So just hold the up arrow, and it'll keep making more runs. Well, how many of these do we need? 20,000. We don't need that many for the quest. That's good. He gave us a blueprint that gives us way more than we need. So we just need 1,000 Scourge rockets for the quest. So back in industry, we don't need 20,000 Scourge rockets. It does give you an ample amount to build stuff by yourself. So we could reprocess things if we wanted to. So let's just build like 5,000. That'll take that'll take like 4 hours. So I guess rockets are going to take a while to build, but they build 100 at a time. So we're just going to job runs 10. Job duration 47 minutes. So that's alright. Then we'll make 1,000 Scourge rockets. Then we'll be able to complete the quest. And then we made the ammo by ourselves, so it actually will take 47 minutes. So your first long job. All the other jobs have been super quick. This one is taking forever. How much would these to be buy from the marketplace? So if you wanted to buy like 1,000 of them, that'd be super expensive, right? Like 2,000 ISK. So you might as well just buy them instead of waiting the 47 minutes. Just go in the Grand Exchange. Maybe there's people selling them. Maybe they might be more expensive than usual if they're sold out. But if you want to save yourself a time, I guess they are pretty cheap considering you already have like 3 million gold. I think 2,000 is nothing really. So just buy these gorge rockets from this station, and then we should be able to complete the quest, business career path. So we are making a whole bunch of them, but we just bought them anyways. So now we get the Badger, our first industrial ship, complete the mission, and we're done the business career path. Then it'll give you a big, huge congratulations. This one's always really good to read. You can find it in the Shay in the market, make your first profits. They always give you a good parting words when you end everything. So now if we go to the inventory, we go to the ship hangar, now we have a Badger as well. So we can actually move these. I think it's just because if we go to settings, what we did at one point is we go to settings, display graphics, UI scaling. So I think the default is 90%. So if we go apply and then we close the window, it's just you can't really read anything, right? So we change that. You can't read anything. You can't read the names. I mean, you can see more on the screen, but you could go here to the settings like we did. Then we could go to, you can't even see it, right? To UI scaling 100%. This is another way to change your scaling if you want. See? So that's still really small. So maybe what we had it at was perfect. Set it to 110%. I mean, that's alright, but if we're doing it for the video, you can't really read anything, so I guess 125% what it was. So here's another tip of the video. You can change the UI scaling so you could actually read things. Now we can actually read things again. So you go to your ship, your Badger, you just received this for completing the quest. It's worth 1 million, so you double click it to assemble the ship, and then you double click it to pilot the ship. So now you can actually do delivery missions in this thing. You just need inertia stabilizers essentially. Yeah, it's your first industrial ship. So if you look at the cargo hold by going to the ship fitting, you see it holds 4,000 weight. So you can hold 4,000 weight of items with this thing. A lot more than your other Iblis. So it doesn't hold as much ore as the Venture, but a lot more than the Iblis, which was only it was like 123 or something, 106 weight compared to 4,000. And then your Bantam, it doesn't have too much weight either. Your Bantam has like 229. So let's do the exploration career. I guess we finished business. So we just need to go find proof of discovery data site. Let's go find a data site. So we're in the Bantam, our discovery vehicle. And then our first steps into scanning. So basically, we just go down to scanners in the HUD like we did before with the probe scanners, right? So we use these again, except that we can actually click on launch and launch the probes. So there we go. And then you could just click on analyze. So I don't think you have to do anything. You just leave the probe size at 4 for this. These are just level 1 sites. They're going to be easy to scan down. So our objective is to find a data site, right? Data site scanning, that's our current mission. So data sites, we found one. So now we could warp to it. Data site training, this is the training area for capsulers studying how to scan down data signatures. Once the area is discovered, capsulers must use a civilian data analyzer module to recover the proof of discovery document from the container inside. Then we could close. So that was our bit of scanning. So we could just, we could close this, I guess. We don't need it for anything. Well, we could actually open it back up again. We could bring our probes back, right in the top right here, I think, or top left, I mean. Recover active probes, and then you click on it, and then your probes come back to your launcher. And they come to your inventory. I think you just have to right click on the probe launcher and then reload it. There we go. Now all your probes are back. So she'll greet you. Good to see you sticking with it. So I believe we just have to run up to this training container. And we just have to use the analyzer on it. Yeah, I think it's just this scanning this one data cargo thing. Then you just go scan a relic data thing. So we use the data analyzer on it. And then we just have to hack it again. So the numbers state how far away you are from your objectives, right? So we're one space away from our objective, and there's our objective. So we just have to hit the core twice. So it says system core on the bottom right. That's what we want to hit. Hack successful. So now we could open this here, open cargo, then we loot the proof of discovery. Yep. Then we go to data site scanning so we could dock, or we could go in the overview here and then dock because it's the only station in the system. So now we'll go back home when we dock. Then I think we just have to scan down another site. Maybe a gas site I think we have to scan down too. Alright, so now we're back at the station. Now we could go to the exploration career agent. We could complete the mission. Yeah, then you should have another mission, so we could request a mission from him. Then we could say, proof of discovery relic, so accept the mission. Then we just have to undock from the station. And that's pretty much it. What was the industry career path? What was the civilian Qatari shuttle? Oh, we completed that one. So we could turn that one in after exploration, I guess. So now we have to do the same thing. We go down to scanners at the bottom HUD here, and then we go to probe scanner. Then we go search for relic sites. So we already scanned one successfully. So all we have to do is warp to it then. Relic site training area. So if you didn't successfully scan a relic site, like if you found one like this, all you would have to do is move the thing around. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll launch the probes. Interference from your warps. Or maybe we'll have to... Oh no, we won't have to scan down the gas site. Yeah, we'll scan down something just to show you a little bit. We'll try to find like all these sites, or most of these sites that we didn't get. But basically, we're here. We just have to make our way to the training container. And we just have to lock onto it. And then we just use the relic analyzer on it. Yeah, once we get in range, we have 2 afterburners, so we can just use both of them. Cannot be activated. Only one of these modules can be active at a time. Oh, I thought we could use multiple afterburners. I was sure we could at some point. Maybe is it because they're both civilian afterburners? We're not sure. Now we have reached the relic essentially. We could turn off the afterburner, then we could oh. So now she's just going to tell us to scan it with the relic analyzer, right? Then we're just going to have to hack it. So we're just looking how far are we from our objective. 3, 2, 1. So it's right there. That's what we're looking for. Hack successful. Now we just open the cargo. Then we loot all the cargo. Then we return back to the station again. Sweet, that was super quick. Now just scanning the gas site. That's it. Alright, so we're back at the station. The video should be pretty much done. So we say complete the mission. We scan the relic site. Then we request the mission. So we'll have one final mission for us, telling us to go scan down a gas site. And he's going to give us a new ship. He's going to give us the Heron ship. So it's going to be really good for analyzing. And so we could just accept this one final mission from him. So we're actually going to have to go to the inventory over here. Go to the item hanger. And we need the gas passkey inside our ship. So we could drag this from our inventory to our ship's inventory. Now we're good to go. Now we could undock. Now we could go find the gas site. And then just finish industry. Then we'll also scan down a little bit just to show you a little bit about scanning. We don't want to make it too complicated. We already found these sites, but if you didn't happen to find these sites, then you will have to scan them. So back at the probe scanner again, we could launch the probes. So this thing over here, you could use the middle mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Then we're just going to drag this over here, right? This is where you are scanning in the universe. You're just scanning over here in this direction. So we'll just drag it like this, right? Won't get it too complicated yet. You can actually change it. You can hit the analyze, and we'll try to scan some more sites over here. So we can actually warp to the gas site while we're doing this, I believe.
Warp drive active.
Yep, there's the gas site that we had already successfully scanned. So it looks like we found some new sites. So this is just the basic way to do it, right? This is not the proper way to do it. This is just the super simplified, just for regular places to fly to. More advanced places, you're going to have to turn the camera on. You're going to have to move the analyzer up and down. So we almost got to the other sites. So actually we probably will, right? If you hold the right or the left mouse button. Yeah, if you hold the left mouse button, you could actually rotate around where your probes are scanning in a 360-degree angle. So what you want to try to do is, here is the site that we almost scanned, right? So we just want to grab our probes and drag it up there. Then we just want to rotate the camera here. Then we drag the probes over there. Rotate the camera here to make sure that the probes are centered around the point we're trying to scan, basically. And then we could just analyze. So we could throw it down to 2 AU. Might find it easier, but we'll leave it at 4 AU just because they're not going to be difficult to scan down. But we should essentially scan down this site because we're right over top of it. Go to the top view. We're basically over top of it, and then we moved up a little bit. So now we have found the relic site we were trying to scan. And there's some other sites over here. Basically, you just move this around and then just keep trying to analyze and try to pinpoint it around where you have found the thing, and then eventually you will find what you were scanning. So we could recall the probes with the recover active probes. We don't need them out there anymore. We go to here, we can go to the core probe launcher, we could right click it and say reload it, and then we can go to the acceleration gate. So we'll just enter the acceleration gate. So I guess we did do a little bit of scanning, so maybe that'll be the end of the video. So we did a whole bunch in this video then, and we'll just keep recording just so we could see what the last mission is like. It's basically the same thing, I think. Basically, we teleport to the gas site here. Then there's another cargo container, so we open the cargo container, loot the proof of discovery, and then we can dock up at the station. So there's your quick brief overview of exploration. You just scan down sites, and then you warp to them, and then you hack the places, and then you loot the items from them. That's basically all it is. Then industry, we just have to turn in the ship, and then whatever the last objective is, and then all that's left is combat, right? We might want to use our ships we've been training for. Our ships are going to be done training in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow, that's really cool. So we've been here for 30 minutes playing the game. We're going to be able to fly the destroyer pretty soon.
Docking request accepted.
So on your left, you can hover over the actual experience bar to see how close you are to training and show you what you are training without actually having to click on the character. So we were doing exploration, so we completed exploration. He's going to give us the Heron, the exploration frigate for the Caldari. Alright, so he's all done with us, so we've been awarded with the scanning frigate. Hopefully you'll make good use of it. Alright, so we're done with exploration, now with industry. So we do have the ship, we did build the ship, we could complete the mission. He has 2 more missions. So he wants us to fly to the objective, mine some ore, and destroy the pirates that show up. Alright. So considering we don't really need to mine or anything anymore, we could just go to our ships here, go to the inventory. Actually, yeah, we'll end it there. We'll say next objective we'll finish through the career path industry. So it's just one destroy the enemy objective. So that was it. That was what we did here today.